Good morning children, welcome back to the English Channel Prime. Students, in the last class we have completed the glossary words, the summary, and also we have completed the pre-reading task in the first video. Now in this video I am going to give you the question answers and the exercises of this chapter, a lesson for Nakul. We have completed the glossary, that is first main. So second main is idioms. Children, what do you mean by idioms? Idioms meaning a group of words. It has a phrase of words, or it has a group of words that is made by usage, having a completely different meaning, having a unique or particular meaning different from those of the individual words. Suppose I'll give you one example. Suppose I'll say that to lose one's head. It's a phrase, isn't it? So does this meaning to lose one's head meaning, does it mean that one has lost his head? No, it means that one has lost the power of thinking. So this is one idiom. Like on behalf of, that means in favor of. Or you can say it spread like wildfire. That means to spread very fast. That is, these are called the idioms. So idioms meaning, first you understand the concept, then we'll do the second main. So idiom is a phrase or an expression which has a special meaning of its own and whose meaning cannot be guessed by looking at the individual words. Okay, the individual words will be having a different meaning, but the complete group of words has a particular or special meaning. And idioms are mostly used by the author or by the poet to give emphasis, to give lend some force, to lend some charm, to lend some color to the whole concept or to the language. Okay, so mostly in Shakespeare's poets and all, you will get to see all these idioms. And in this chapter, in this lesson, we have learned the use of many idioms in this lesson. So we'll discuss all these idioms. First, let's do the second main. Done. First one is quite a tussle, meaning very difficult. You are word perfect. This is also another idiom. It means acquire thorough knowledge. Third one, you are a real gem, meaning you are very helpful. Dark side of things, meaning negative thinking. Now let's go for the comprehension. That is, answer the following in 2 or 3 sentences each. Question number 1. Why could not Nakul complete his maths problem in the test? Answer. Nakul decided to answer the top problems first and the easy ones in the last 10 minutes. But they took more time than he had expected, so he could not solve all the problems. Question number 2. How did Akash console him? Answer. Akash told him not to worry as it was not the final exam. He advised him to write faster or set his watch 10 minutes ahead so that he could answer all the questions. Question number 3. What do you mean by the phrase, don't be a wet blanket all the time? Children, as I said, this is also an idiom. So, it is an idiom. It means one should not spoil other people's happiness with his or her dull, gloomy or pessimistic attitude. Question number 4. What was the opinion of the teachers about Akash? In the opinion of the teachers, Akash was a courageous and cheerful boy. He faced the difficulties with a cheerful attitude. He always tried to help others. He was an example to the other boys. Question number 5. Why was Akash keen on joining the boarding school? Answer is, Akash wanted to join the boarding school and live with others. He wished to spread joy and cheer in his own way. Question number 6. How did Nakul realize that his way of thinking was irritating to others? Answer is, Nakul overheard the conversation of his teachers who admired Akash's good qualities. He recalled the times Akash had helped him. He accepted the fact that Akash's positive, cheerful attitude helped him to be happy. His own negative thinking irritated others. Now the question number 7. Why do you think were the reasons behind Nakul's anxiety? The reasons behind Nakul's anxiety is Nakul always looked at the dark side of the things. He did not have an optimistic or positive attitude. So he was always in a state of panic. Question number 8. How did Akash spread happiness among his friends? Akash was how he faced? Yes, Akash was always cheerful and courageous in facing the challenges. He tried to help his friends and encourage them whenever he could. He was happy and tried to make others happy. Question number 9. What was Akash's attitude towards life? Answer is Akash had a very cheerful, positive outlook towards life. He wanted to spread cheer or happiness in his own way. Fourth main, answer the following in 5 or 6 sentences each. Question number 1. In what ways does Akash help Nakul? Answer is Nakul is dejected because he could not answer all the problems in the maths exam. Akash tells him not to take it to heart as it was not the final exam. He asks him to write faster next time or set his watch 10 minutes ahead so that he could answer all the questions. Later, when Nakul panics thinking he had not written his name or the roll number on his answer paper, Akash accompanies him to the teacher and gets that doubt cleared. He advises Nakul to look at things positively. Second question. Was Nakul's changed attitude towards life worthy of appreciation? Give reasons for your answer. Yes, it is worthy of appreciation. He overheard the conversation of his teachers and their admiration for Akash. Nakul recalled the situation when Akash helped him. He realized his mistakes and admitted that a positive and cheerful attitude would definitely help us to lead a happy life. He apologized to Akash for his rash behavior. He decided to develop a positive outlook towards life. Done. Now let's go for the fifth main. Read the extracts from the lesson and answer the questions that follow. First one, who? It is easy to say that as you don't have to worry. Question number 1. Who said these words? Yes, children, Nakul said these words. Question number 2. Why did he say so? Answer is Akash suggested that he should write faster next time or manage his time properly. So, Nakul said all this. Second question. I have made a terrible mistake. Question number 1. Who is the speaker here? Yes, Nakul is the speaker. Question number 2. What is the mistake made by him? Answer is Nakul thought that he had not written his name or his roll number on his answer script. So, this was the mistake. Third question. Why do you always look at the dark side of things? Who is the speaker here? Answer is yes, Akash is the speaker. Question number 2. What do you mean by the dark side of things? Yes, it means looking at situations in a negative manner. Question number 3. Why did the speaker say so? Answer is Akash heard Nakul grumbling about the rain. He told Nakul not to be a spoil sport or not to be pessimistic. Fourth one. I admire you. Despite your handicap, you are always cheerful. Children, these are very important extracts. Surely in the board exam, 1 or 2 questions from the extracts will come. Question number 1. Who said these words and who is he referring to? Answer is Nakul said these words and he was referring to Akash. Question number 2. Why does the speaker admire him? Answer is Akash was a differently abled boy. In spite of his disability, he was always cheerful and had a positive outlook towards life. These extracts comes in the questions to emphasize that the child has read everything in detail of the portion or of the chapter of the lesson. You people have to understand the whole concept. You people have to read it in detail. So these extracts comes from the chapter. Done. Now let's go to the speaking activity. Children, speaking activity we can do in the class. I'll give you the notes on each subject or each topic, like what are the topics that is needed for to get the desired goal, like determination, commitment, etc. I'll give you a note. Now let's do the writing activity. Seventh main, writing activity. Trials in life can be tragedies or triumphs, depending on how we handle them. Do you agree with this statement? You might have seen many students like Akash and Nakul. What do you think was the motivating factor behind the happiness of Akash and the self realization of Nakul? Write a paragraph of about 100 words expressing your views with reference to the text. Life is a pleasure for the person. So, children, you have to write what you learn from this lesson in your own words. So, I am giving you a rough estimate or a small summary of this, and you people can write your own words. Use your own words. So, let's write. Life is a pleasure for the person who takes it lightly and a tragedy for the one who takes it very seriously. It is the personal viewpoint. It is the mind that makes a heaven of a hell and a hell of a heaven. That means it is completely depends on your nature whether you opt for a optimistic outlook or a pessimistic or negative outlook. Akash was a boy who realized the importance of being happy and making others happy. He knew that a cheerful person would always be liked by others. He looked at life from an optimistic point of view. He drew strength from his conviction to bear his pain and hope for good times. Nakul, who had a negative outlook, was always unhappy, gloomy, serious, and failed to admire the good things. When he thought about his own behavior in the past, then he realized how he had been irritating others. He admired the cheerful and courageous nature of Akash, and now he decided to develop a positive outlook like Akash. Done. So you people can write in your own words. You can express your views. Done, children. Now let's go to the next one. Eighth main vocabulary, that is idiom. Already I have explained. So let's do the part A. Match the idioms given in column A with the meanings in column B. Children, you have to remember all this. If you cannot understand the exact meaning, you have to remember. Like A, first one, in the good books of, meaning, it has the meaning of, meaning it favor with. B is to lose one's head. We have already discussed what is that. Yes, it means to lose the power of thinking. At a stone's throw, meaning at a short distance. To add fuel to the fire, meaning to worsen the matter. To sell like hot cakes. E, meaning, yes, E meaning to have a very good sell. To bail the cat, meaning to take a lead in a risky step. To take by surprise. G, meaning to catch suddenly. At arm's length. At arm's length means at a distance. Through and through, meaning, yes, meaning completely. Learn by heart, meaning, yes, to memorize. Done. Again, use these idioms in the sentences of your own. B. Children, you know the muhabra in Hindi. These are the same idioms. Okay. So, first one A, on behalf of, meaning if in favor of. Meaning is given, we have to make sentences. So, we can write, I am speaking on behalf of my brother. Second, at the mercy of, meaning with kindness. You can write a sentence, we are at the mercy of nature. C, at home, meaning comfortable. You can write, please sit down and feel at home. To keep in the dark, meaning not to be in the knowledge of. So you can write a sentence, they have kept me in the dark, I don't know what their decision is. Part and parcel, meaning integral part. We have to do it, it is a part and parcel of our duty. Ups and downs, meanings difficulties. They have gone through many ups and downs in life. To spread like wildfire, meaning spread very fast. The news of his resignation spread like wildfire. By hook or by crook, meaning at any cost. You can write a sentence, he wanted to get a job by hook or crook. Next one, ninth main, pronunciation. Children, we have already discussed many syllables and pronunciation. Syllable means to give emphasis or stressing in the part of the vowel sound. So here we have to pronounce many words are given like paper, many, deduce, refusal, proposal, locality, irrigate, precaution, corporation, etc. See here, we are giving emphasis on the vowel sound, paper, a and a. So 2 syllable. Similarly, each vowel sound is called a syllable. So we have to see these words given and keep proper stress or proper emphasis on the vowel sound. So whatever the words are given, we have to split it. We have to split the word and then underline the letters that stand for the vowel sound. That means the number of syllables we have to find out. The first one is declare. So D-cla-re. So E-O-A. So there are 3 syllables. Problem, 2 syllables. Silent, 1 syllable. Mistake, 3 syllables. Me, te, e. So here 3 syllables. Constant, 2 syllables. Favorite, 3 syllables. 4 syllables. Pay, ver, write, te. So e, a, ou and I and e. So 4 syllables. Generous. So 1, 2, 3 syllables. Encourage. Again 4 syllables. Explanation. So 1, 2, 3, 4 syllables. Courageous. K-R-A-G-O. So 4 syllables. Attitude. A-E-U-U. So 4 syllables. Cheerfulness. E-U-A. So 3 syllables. So depending on the number of vowels sound you could hear, you have to find out the number of syllables. Done, children? I have made a complete video on the syllables and we have done a lot of activity on the syllables like the robotic sounds or the clapping sounds we have made. I'll attach all these links and you people can go through all these syllable exercises or videos again. Done? Now let's go to the writing and vocabulary activity. Before that, let's do the listening activity. 10th main. See children, here there is one part is given to differentiate between the motivating factors and demotivating factors. If I'll say some words, you have to put it, you have to recognize, identify and put it into the 2 columns. Like if I'll say encourage, in which column it will come? Yes, motivating factor for getting success. If I'll say discourage, in which column it will come? Yes, it will come in the demotivating factors. So I'll say for motivating factors, it is encourage, support, praise, pat or admire, help, dedication, success, devotion, fortune, wealth, determination, optimistic or optimism, etc. For demotivating, you can say lazy, arrogant, stubborn, abuse or rebuke, scolding, reprimand, blaming, insulting, humiliating, hate, failure, etc. are the demotivating factors. Now, vocabulary again. See the part 1A. This is 13th one. Like a weight rag. See children, as we have learned, don't be a weight blanket, meaning don't be a pessimistic or don't spoil others' happiness. Similarly, like a weight rag, meaning without enthusiasm. Weight behind the ears, meaning lacking experience. Wade through means completely soaked. Now here are some more idioms. Fill in the blanks with suitable idioms given in the box. Make the necessary changes. See children, we can little bit change the verbs or actions. If you join a club, you have to dash its rules. Yes, we have to put one idiom. Which idiom will come properly set to this? Yes, it is abide by, meaning you have to obey. Abide by meaning obey the rules. Their youngest son was the dash mother's eye. Yes, apple of mother's eye means the focus. He had promised to help me, but dash at the last moment backed out, means set out. The servant dashed the master's order, carried out, means obeyed the master's order. While reading the life history of reptiles, I dashed a very important detail about their food habits. I came across, meaning I came to know. Sixth one, an honest man never hesitates to dash, yes, to call a spade, means he never hesitates to say the truth. Next is a man of action never dash, a man of action never dash, never cries over spilt milk. That means he never cries for the lost event or the dates gone, for the lost event. Okay. Thank God he succeeded in dash his bad habits, getting rid of. means he gave up his bad habits. Don't dash your efforts. Don't give up your efforts, means don't stop your efforts. Thanks to the excellent medical treatment, he dashed his illness. He pulled through, means he came out of the illness. Done, children? Now share and listen. Look, children, the 13th month is given to test your creativity. So read these dialogues aloud. You can do this. Share and listen. Let's put our or express our viewpoints. We all come to school, but so many children in our country do not go to school for many reasons. So, can you form a group of 4 or 5 and discuss why these children do not go to school? Yes, you can put any of your comments. Yes, you can write that because they are very poor or they do not have the enough food to eat. They help their parents by working, or they are not healthy, or they live in slums, etc. What remedial measure can be taken to make them come to school? Yes, you can write. You can provide food, clothes or books free to such children as government is giving similarly. You can educate their parents. You can create awareness about the benefits of education. You can motivate the children to go to school. You can punish the people who do not send their children to school, isn't it? Or you can implement the laws strictly. So you can put your views in this. Third is, what can you do for these children? What you yourself can do? Yes, you can persuade them, motivate them to go to school. Or you can help them financially. If you have little pocket money, you can share with them. You can give them your books or old pens, clothes, etc. You can make friendship with them and aware them how much important education is. Or you can treat them well so that they can learn that education is important for them to learn. Done, children? Now the next one is, interview any 5 of your neighbors and find out the reasons why students stay away from school. Prepare a brief report and submit it to your teachers. So children, this is your test on creativity. You have to make your project and submit it. Hope you understand everything. If any doubt, ask me in the comment. Thank you, children.